In this video, we are going to see how to create ClickUp tasks whenever a new deal is created in Hubspot. So let's say you are using Hubspot as a project management software and you want that every time a new deal is created on Hubspot, automatically the same deal should be created as a task on ClickUp. Now, how would you do that? For this, you will have to integrate these two applications, and the same can be done using Pabbly Connect software. Here, your trigger application would be Hubspot and your action application would be ClickUp. How would you do it yourself? For that, let me take you to my screen.
So let us now begin with the process. The first thing we have to do is we have to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and as we click on enter, it will take us to the landing page of this software. Now here on the right hand side, you can see two options: sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, you can simply click on sign in. If you are a new user, then you will have to click on sign up, and it will not take more than 2 minutes. Here at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks. Now since I'm an existing user, I'm going to simply click on sign in. And now it has taken me to the all apps page. Since we are doing this integration using Pabbly Connect software, we are going to click on access now here. And now it has taken us to the dashboard of this page. Now here on the right hand side again, you can see a blue tab, create workflow. So I'm going to click on this and a dialog box appears which is asking me to name my workflow. Now here I want to create ClickUp tasks from new deals in stages in Hubspot. So I'm going to name it as Hubspot to ClickUp integration. Now let's click on create. So now another window has appeared in front of us which has got two very important events: trigger and action. Triggers and actions are basically those two concepts or principles on which this entire automation works. Trigger means when this happens, an action says do this. Basically, action is the response of the trigger. Now here, since we want to do Hubspot and ClickUp integration, my first application or my trigger application would be Hubspot. So I'm going to click on this. So now the trigger event would be new deal added. So every time a new deal is added, then only a ClickUp task will be created. So now I'm going to click on connect here. And since I've already logged into my Hubspot account, I'm going to click on add new connection here. Why? Because Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the Hubspot CRM account. Now I'm going to click on connect with Hubspot. And here you can see that it is asking me to select an account. Let's click on this and click on choose account. So once done, you can see that the authorization is successful. So now here you can see that we have to map some output properties. What is mapping basically? Mapping means the data that we already have, we are just going to retrieve it here. But what are these output properties? So to understand this, I'm going to take you to my Hubspot account. This is my Hubspot account. We have to go to sales and then click on deals. So as we click, see, these are the deals that I have already created, and for this particular integration I have created new deal 101. I'm going to show you this deal. So basically, if you will see, this is new deal 101. This is the amount. So the deal is for $3,000. The close date is this. The stage at which this deal is right now in is appointment scheduled. Now about this deal, the deal owner is Ashi Rai, then the last contacted is not there, then the deal type is new business and the priority is high. So these are all the properties that I have in my deal. So you can always click on view all properties, and here you can see all the properties that we have. I have to map these properties basically. So if you can see, deal name, deal owner, deal description, create date, close date. So now I have to map these output properties, for which I'm going to go back to Pabbly Connect. And here, let's map these properties. So the first thing that I need is deal name. So this is deal name. The next thing we need is deal owner. So here we have the deal owner. Then we need deal type. So mapped. Deal description. Here we have. Then we need create date. And then close date. So here we have the close date. Then we also need the probability. So this is deal probability. And if we want, we can also add the amount. So here we have the amount. So basically we have mapped all the properties, and now I'm going to click on save and send test request. As we do that, we will get the API response, and now this is the API response where we have received the ID, properties, amount, close date, create date, and then we have the deal name, deal type, description, probability, and the owner ID, which means we have received the entire data. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on add action step. Why? Every time a new deal is added on HubSpot, a ClickUp task should be created. So now the next application would be ClickUp, and the action event would be to create a task. Here our action event would be create task with custom fields. So once done, I'm going to click on this connect. So here Pabbly Connect is asking to set itself, like connect itself with the ClickUp account, for which we have to click on add new connection. And now to set up the connection, it is asking for the API token. To receive this API token, we will have to click on the profile icon at the bottom left corner, go to apps. For this, we'll have to first log into our ClickUp account. I have already logged in, so I'm going to take you there. So this is my ClickUp account. So let's go to the profile icon. This is at the left bottom corner. And then we have to go to apps. And here you can see this is our API token. So let's copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste it here. Now let's click on save. So once done, here we'll have to fill in the required details by mapping the data. So first, to understand the workspace, space and folder, what are these things, I'm going to take you back to my ClickUp account. Let's click on back. And now these are the spaces, these are the workspaces. So here you can see I've got connect, Pabbly, modifications, junk, space, etc. And then these are the pages inside: payment status, Pabbly leads, deal details, etc. Okay, so this is what we have to map. So here I want that the information should be gathered, or the task should be created in this connect workspace in deal details. So I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect and see workspace is Ashi's workspace, then the actual space is connect, and here the folder is deal details. So this has already been captured. There was only one list within deal details, so it has also been captured. So here, what is our task name? For this, I'm going to click on HubSpot CRM, and the task name is the name of the deal. This is deal name, new deal 101. Now the description. So here again, we know the description, it's a government order. Then the assignee ID is already there. Then the tags, so we can just leave it. Priority is urgent, so say high priority. Now next we have to fill in the due date and the start date. And here it is very well written that we have to enter the timestamp in milliseconds. So now we need the due date and the start date, and it is very clearly written here that we have to enter the date, the timestamp in milliseconds. So now to convert the date in milliseconds, I'm going to add another action step here, which is a feature by Pabbly. So it is date time formatter. Let's click on this. Now the action event is I only have to format the date. So I'm going to click on the second option, click on connect. So once done, here we'll have to map the date. So the date is, let's say this is the close date, and this is the same format, and to format here would be, if I scroll down, here is timestamp in milliseconds. So done, and now let's click on save and send test request. So we have received our response. So it is only format the date. Now we are going to add another action step, same application, date time formatter by Pabbly. And if I come down, the action event would be format date only, because we need to now format the create date. So here I'm going to map the create date. Then again, to format would be timestamp in milliseconds. Once done, here I'm going to click on save and send test request. So you can see we have received the dates. Now I'm going to map this down. So first we have to map the due date, which is the close date. So I'm going to go to the first step, I'm going to go to the second step. So let's click on this. And then we have the start date, which is the due date, create date. So for this, let's go to this. Why? Because see here, if I'll show you, we had in the second step we had taken create date, and the first step we had taken close date. So that's why we have mapped it like that. And then if I come down, the status. So the status is if the project is complete or to do. So let's say it is to do. And now I'm going to click on save and send test request. So here you can see we have received the information. So this is the name, and then we have the description. Then if I come down, so this is basically to do is the status, and this is my date created and date updated, and then the email address and etc. Now as soon as this has happened, what should happen? Basically this deal should be created as a task in ClickUp. So I'm going to now take you to my ClickUp account. So this is my ClickUp account, and here I have to go to the Workspace Connect. Again here we'll go to deal details and the deals. So here you can see new deal 101, this has been created. If I click on this, we'll see the information. Start date is this, due date is this, and then we had created it on the, again the date is here with us, then the name and the description. So basically we have all the information. A task has been set up on ClickUp. Now we need to check it in real time. Now I'm going to take you back to my Hubspot account, and here we are going to create another deal. So let's click on this orange tab, create deal. So now let's say the new deal name is new deal 102. Then here we have the sales pipeline, deal stages, let's say appointment scheduled only. The amount is this time, let's say it's $4,000. Close date is, let's say, 30th of August. Deal owner is Ashira. Deal type here is, let's say this is an existing business. Priority is medium. Then we have the deal description. So let's say it is a new tender. And then the create date. So the create date is, let's say, 24th of August. So here I'm going to click on create. And you can see that a new deal has been created. Now what should happen? As soon as a new deal is created, then a task should be created on ClickUp. But if I take you back to Pabbly Connect, and if we scroll up, here you can see that it is written that this trigger will check for new data in every 10 minutes, which means that this particular trigger application has a polling time of 10 minutes, and this workflow will run after every 10 minutes and it will check for new data. So here this task would be created on ClickUp after 10 minutes. So if it doesn't get created spontaneously, then do not worry, just have some patience. It will get created in 10 to 15 minutes. So now we are going to wait, and then we'll go to our ClickUp application. So now going back to our ClickUp account, here you can see that yes, another deal has been created, new deal 102. If I click on this, this is the information, start date, due date, then the time tracked, created, name is this is a new tender. So we have got all the information. Basically this means that the two applications, ClickUp and Hubspot, they have got perfectly integrated, and this is just a one-time setup, so you do not have to repeat the entire process again and again. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect, and let's understand the process. Here our trigger application was Hubspot CRM, and the event was new deal added, and then the action application was ClickUp, and the event was create task with custom fields. Since we had to format the date, so we had chosen date time formatter by Pabbly to format the create and the close date, and we had chosen our action as here to timestamp in milliseconds. If in case you have any doubt, you can visit the workflow which is given in the description box. You can in fact use the same workflow, clone it, and start to process immediately. In case you have any advice or suggestion, you can always write to us.
I hope this was helpful. To watch more such videos, you can always subscribe to our channel, which is there on YouTube. If you have any queries, you can write to us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you want to know our pricing plans, then you can visit us at this particular site. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe if you have liked this video.